So I'm out here, San Diego Zoo Park, ready to go for the last tour of San Diego. Join me, here we go. Hey guys, for those who don't know, I'm back to San Diego just on a quick visit. I moved to Texas, but due to work I had a chance to go back, and it was really nice so that I could do kind of a tour of San Diego and get out there and see some of the sights before I go. So I started out the zoo and I'm heading out around the corner. Look, I didn't get hit by that bus. And we're heading out and then down Yupa Street and then down Cabrillo Canyon down the sidewalk. So I'm going to kind of give you a tour, and as we cruise through you'll get to see a bunch of different areas of San Diego. This area drops right over the highway. These are nice ways that you need to cross these bridges, and as of course we're going along silently sometimes, well, the same as a bike, but we can tend to spook people as they are hiking along. We try not to do that. I need one of those little bicycle bells, I gotta say. So this is going to be a quick trip. I tried to cut out any boring parts and only leave the exciting ones, which is the best way to go. Now, this is the Spruce Street Suspension Bridge, built in 1912, 375 feet going across. It's for pedestrians, but I love the view from this. It's about 70 feet down the canyon as you're looking out. It's awesome, and it might sway just a little bit with these cables, but it's just an awesome bridge, and it's a very fun little place. It's kind of a hidden little gem of San Diego, and hopefully I'll show you a few more little places on our ride as we cruise through the town. So after Spruce Street we hit some bird streets, Egan, Falcon, and Goldfinch, and then come and cruise and head down through the Presidio. And so there's a little bit of street riding on this path, and as I was cruising down one of these, I had a little encounter where I was just jammed down the street and I saw another UC rider. Said, "Hey, how's it going?" You know, it's kind of funny. I posted this little clip of that on Reddit, and it got all these likes and comments, tons of comments on it, and actually turned out this guy was a new UC rider who was on his way to work, so that was kind of cool. It was so beautiful out. It was like 75 degrees, just nice and cool. As I'm cruising down through some streets, feeling the breeze. I'm not a big fan of riding the streets. I don't like the idea of someone being able to pop a door open whenever there's a lot of cars down the street. Now here you see riding down through the Presidio, and it's kind of curves down around through these hills. I love this section as you see this historic area, and just you get a nice view looking out over Mission Bay is I think what you're looking over at this point. Because after this we come down and then we hook it around onto a bike path which comes along the southern part of Mission Bay. Right here we turn off the streets and we connect up. That's the beginning of the San Diego River Trail, and if you saw, I hit the fast speed there, and you come along. Then after turning on that we hit up through the streets to go through the beach, as you'll see as we turn there. But we go through underneath several large roadways here. You'll see as we cruise under these bridges. Some of them look a little sketchy, but for the most part, the nice thing about this is this long, straightaway, dedicated bike path where you can really get flying, quite honestly. And that's why I kind of hit my top speed, I think, along here. I think probably 29 miles an hour, something like that. I do slow down whenever I see pedestrians or we're gonna go along and see some other bikers, so try not to go too fast. Now I'm riding a KingSong 18XL, nicely loaned to me by FlyBoyEUC. Appreciate him lending me that for this ride. But you know, it's got a top speed up and around maybe 29, 30 miles an hour. I think definitely pushed it to its limits, and definitely enjoy it, and got it going up to its top speed along this way, along this bike path. But I'll have you watch in this section coming up. You're cruising along in this path, doing 30 miles an hour, and it's kind of hidden by a shadow. And I went back and looked at the footage, you couldn't see it, but watch here as I come up on this shadow and I hit this bump. And boy, you better have your knees bent when you are going along that fast, because that can really get your attention when you're cruising along. This path is maybe not as scenic as other sections, but in terms of being able to just really get cruising and jam and be able to carve like you want, it's hard to beat. You got the Mission, well, it's not the Mission Bay, but the Mission San Diego River on the right, and then before you know it, you go around the corner and here you get the views of the ocean. And I stopped right here to kind of get a view, and as we continue through here, kind of zigzag around the corner of the peninsula as we get back onto the beach area. Some kindergarten kids were interested in seeing what I was riding that day. And here that is, $1 million views looking out over the cliffs, the waves breaking on the rocks. It's just a beautiful day for coming to the beach, and definitely going for a cruise along it. I like to ride along the dirt paths as far as I can, and it kind of gives you a nice up close and personal view, and you get to stay out of the traffic, which is nice. But on some parts later on you have to emerge onto the streets. That's just the way it is, but it's kind of nice to get a little bit of off-road along the beach edge. There wasn't a lot of traffic, so that made this cruise down Sunset Cliffs Boulevard nicer than usual, because I could just relax and enjoy the view from the cliffs as you go along here. It's a lot of people out and enjoying the weather and the views along here. Beautiful, beautiful day. Called Sunset Cliffs because, as you probably already know, the view off of this faces west, and this is the spot for many a beautiful sunset as people watch the sun go down. So after that, then I turned, going back up across Hill Street. That's where we hit the peak of 200 feet, going up over the Point Loma Peninsula, and then coming down the other side. So this is the route, just kind of going up and around and up over Hill Street. And then we drop down into North Harbor Drive. And after North Harbor Drive, we take a little detour over by the Liberty Station Esplanade and a ship there that the U.S. Navy used for training called the USS Recruit. And it was literally a dummy ship built here so that the Navy could train on it. And it's kind of cool. It was used for a museum for a while. It's closed right now, but kind of neat to see a full ship there. And then we take Halsey Road, which has a bridge going up and over. Kind of nice that it's dedicated for pedestrians. And then from here, we curve around and come back around on North Harbor Drive. And North Harbor Drive connects and goes all the way around inside of the San Diego Harbor, which is kind of nice because that's where we get a lot of views and boats and other things on the inside of the harbor. There are a few places along here where they don't want bikes or unicycles at that included in that, but it kind of tells you where to turn to the side. And as long as we don't abuse that, we can usually go along the North Harbor Drive area. You can see a scooter out there. And there's plenty of other people though out here jogging and enjoying the beautiful weather that's out here on a Friday. Just beautiful. I do like to sail out on the ocean. I would love to be able to go out for a little ride on one of these ships. Some of these sailboats, that would be beautiful. Definitely enjoy looking at the line. There's those boats parked in the harbor, all ready to go. So one of these days, I have to get back out there. And here we have what's known as the world's oldest active sailing ship, the Star of India. Over 200 feet long, built in 1863 of iron. It's amazing this thing can still sail. Wild, but beautiful ship. A lot of the kids and schools go on field trips there. It's pretty cool. So then after going along North Harbor Drive, we cruise all the way along the harbor. And as we come up and around, we pass by Seaport Village coming up. And coming up on the right is the Midway Museum. If you come to San Diego, you really gotta check it out. Gotta give these guys credit. Here it is, over 1,000 feet long, 65,000 tons. It's incredible to watch. Go see it's the longest serving American aircraft carrier of the 20th century. Definitely have to check that out. Up ahead you can see the Coronado Bridge there, and I'm cruising around the south end of the South Embarcadero Park. And now as we cruise around the other side, you can see the Hilton and the Marriott there. And as we cruise around the harbor side here, and then they're cruising up under the Marriott as we cruise by along the South Embarcadero. So here you see the back side of the convention center. And as we come around here, we go over the Harbor Drive Pedestrian Bridge. Very iconic, awesome engineering, and a place where lots of people like to come out here and take their selfies and TikToks, you know. But you do have stairs on either end, which I had to heave up and down. And then we go across the Gaslamp here. That's the Metropolis condos, I want to say, and the Gaslamp we just passed Petco Park, and this is the other side of the convention center. So on the map here you'll see that's where we cross over, and then we turn and we head up, zigzag over to 5th Avenue, and come all the way back up towards the zoo. So there's some more condos, and you have to zigzag through town a little bit here and come up 5th Avenue. But then we get up here to cross the bridge. The Cabrillo Bridge is 105 years old, 450 feet across, and 120 feet down there to the 163 highway passing underneath. So great views looking out over the skyline, looking down to the highway through its 7 arches. And then as we come under these other bridges, this is the El Prado Complex, home of all types of things, from the garden to the San Diego Museum of Art, and all types of things, but most importantly the food truck Fridays that they have here, and all types of different arts and cultural events. But it's a fun place to cruise around, and a lot of people coming out here. Looks like they're having a arts and crafts kind of bazaar here today. Beautiful fountains and Beautiful historic complexes dating back from when they built them during the Panama, California Exposition of 1915 or something. So, but all I know is it's a great place, lots of good places to visit, and then you've also got right next to it San Diego Zoo, of course, of which we use the parking lot because it's usually empty. So here I'm cruising back around that stuff and back here. It's good to be back. This is a couple-hour journey. You made it in only just 15 minutes. So you got the fast version. So you cruise back to the car and having enjoyed a really nice tour here of San Diego before I head back out to Texas. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me on the ride, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you get notified of that next video that I have when it's coming out. I've got some more in Texas coming up. Thanks you guys. Thanks for coming along with me. Take care.